Oh, there it is. Oh, it is an ammonite. Absolutely ginormous. It's not just about rocks and fossils, it's about having fun.
It's time to travel deep into the rugged beauty of northern Colorado, to a fossil-rich locality known for spectacular ammonites and even more spectacular views. It's ammonites, spectacular sights, and a surprise snowman on this episode of Rockhounding USA. Just made it to the beautiful Colorado town of Kremmling. They call this place a sportsman's paradise, and I can see why. ATVers, fishermen, probably snow skiers, and fossil hunters descend upon this town. Straight ahead of me, a beautiful view of the snow-capped Rocky Mountains. And about 10-12 miles north, we've got some beautiful ammonites. Been waiting for a long time for us to find them. Let's go check them out here in Kremmling, Colorado. All right, I turned off of Colorado 26. I made a left onto a very precarious dirt road. This is not for normal cars unless you're lifted well off the ground. I'm sure depending on the weather conditions they've had recently, how many ruts there are. There have been quite a few very, very bad ruts, and I'm glad that I rented a truck instead of a rental car for this trip. A rental car I don't think would have made it, and here comes more bumps. Oh! So once you turn off 26, be prepared for some pretty rough off-roading. I'm sure this would be great for a four-wheeler, but not a four-wheeled car. This is fun. My wife would not enjoy being with me right now. I'm glad she's not here for her sake. All right, we'll see when we get to the locality. Looks like we're getting close. Can't believe I made it. What an incredible ride. It felt like I was on a roller coaster, maybe a bad roller coaster at a local county fair where the equipment is really rickety. And man, I was being bounced around by the road. It was pretty crazy, but I'm excited to be here. I'm just an incredibly gorgeous day, a light breeze in the low 80s. And just passed somebody on the road, talked to them. They said that this area is awesome. So can't wait to enjoy it. There is no collecting, just enjoying of the fossils beyond this site. But if you go outside the fenced area, you can collect because this is all BLM land. If you follow the fence line, we got barbed wire running all around the perimeter of this protected area. So again, if you're going to do any collecting, you have to stay outside. You have to stay on this side of that protected area, because the area on this, all of it is BLM land, but this side is going to be collectible areas. So just stay outside the fences if you're going to do any collecting. Looks like they're pretty serious about this, no collecting artifacts inside the boundaries. So let's make sure we follow that, folks. Just enjoy them, don't bother them, don't move them, just enjoy them. Well, I passed through the gate, signed in. There's a little place for visitors to sign in to let them know when you're here, where you're from. Saw that there's people from just all over. Now I'm walking up the initial ridge. I believe this is the Pierre Shale Formation, and that's where we'll begin to see a lot of the aquatic fossils at the top of this ridge. Steep little climb, not too terrible. And as you can see, just a great view all around. Got some beautiful cumulus clouds, and looks like a building supercell or two in the distance. I wouldn't mind a little bit of light rain, wouldn't want to get soaked. But one thing it's easy to forget for people from the Midwest is that now we're up about 8,000 feet. Now the oxygen level is pretty different, and I can really feel it. Had to stop. As you can see, there's a bench right here along the way. Very well placed, because it is it's a tough climb, especially with the low oxygen. But boy, look at the view. Look at the view all around. It's worth a little bit of oxygen deprivation. Well, just ascended to the top of the ridge, and already we can see signs of shell life, aquatic life in the rocks everywhere. So lots of evidence, and here it all is ahead of us.
Well, here's the first really big remains that we're finding. So that is the mold of an ammonite. You can clearly see the curved outline right there. So something large came out of this. The cast was quite large. Maybe it's sitting around here somewhere. Looks like big bird bath. Another monster. Once laid right there. Got another mold. And we look over, and here's another one. Just in case you're worried there weren't any fossils here, take a look at the remains of this shell. I'm going to put my hand there just so you get an idea of how truly magnificent these things really are. Look at these right over here. Humongous molds right there. Again, down in here. I'm a little bit off the main path. Kind of went down a little wash, a little gully, and try to see some things maybe the average person doesn't go down to see. We got water standing inside the mold of this ammonite, just like a bird bath. When looking at the broken remains scattered everywhere in this locality, it's hard to tell if some of them are the result of the vandalism of thoughtless people or the cruel vandal of time, weathering, rain, snow, ice, temperature changes, thawing and frosting. I'm sure that's responsible for most of it, but some of these look like they've unfortunately been attacked by people, and that's really a shame. And yet another really nice impression. So, I mean, take a look at the size of this. Absolutely ginormous. Unfortunately, you don't find too much of the actual shell of the ammonite. A little bit of milky remains every now and again, but mainly just molds, not a lot of cast with the shell. All right, I just went outside of the Cretaceous Ammonite locality. I'm on the BLM land, which is legal for the public to hunt. Came across this. He's got the right shape. Let's see what we've got. Oh, it is an ammonite. It doesn't have great preservation, but that, my friends, is an ammonite. Heavily weathered up here in the high desert. Tell you, I can't catch my breath at all, and getting a little bit nauseous trying to stay hydrated, but woo, pretty rough. But a little success. Some we'll take home right there from just north of Kremmling, Colorado. Well, just about 10 yards away from that last find. Look at there. Wait to clean that up. Nice little shell with some decent definition. Walking through all the brush in the nice shade and saw this sticking up out of the ground. That looks pretty promising. Let's see what we got here. Definitely a fossil of some type. Have to do a little research. Find out what that bad boy is. I had laid my camera down and was just doing a little walking around. Spotted something and I marked the spot with my hammer so that I wouldn't lose it. Can't wait to see the shape of it. Looks right from what's sticking out. Well, let's see what we got here. Doesn't look like it has very good preservation, but I like the shape. I like this curved shape that's sticking up out of the ground. Oh, there it is. There it is. There it is. Look at that. Not bad preservation. On one side, we've got some decent definition there. Biggest one, whole one that I found. Can't wait to see what this looks like cleaned up. Maybe add a little polish to whatever remains there of the shell. Boy, that's a beautiful thing to hold. A complete ammonite. Well, I tell you, seeing your car at the bottom of the hill, knowing you can walk downhill the rest of the way is a beautiful thing when you're at these altitudes. I just wasn't counting on how much it was going to take out of me for the lower oxygen. And also, it's early July, pretty hot, and boy, there are a lot of biting flies or mosquitoes. I don't know what these things are, but they just buzz around your head. Need some kind of netting or something. And but super glad I got to visit this site. Got to go through the no collecting area just to enjoy the giant ammonites that are there for all to see, and then to go outside into the BLM area where it's legal to collect and actually find two good sized ammonites and some shells and a few other fossils. So no complaints here, except I just want a cold shower, someone to rub my feet, and some cold fruit would be really good right now. Something sweet and chilled, and maybe a nap. So I'm driving west, headed towards Vernal, Utah to meet up with my brother, and I see snow on the side of the road. It's like 80 something degrees, and there's snow on the side of the road. Let's go check it out. So you can see, big, bright, sunshiny day. I've been sweating. It's probably in the mid 80s, but yet we walk back here, just off the side of the road. I'm about 50 miles north of Kremmling, Colorado, and looky. Boy, and immediately, as soon as I get even near it, it just cools down instantly. It feels like it just dropped 20 degrees and I about dropped down that hill. But look at this. It's July. We got snow in July right here on Rockhounding USA. Who else brings you snow in July, 80 something degrees, but Randy at Rockhounding USA? Look at this. I wish Chase could be with me today. Buddy, I'm gonna make a snowman just for you. Woo! It is cold. Yet it's like 80 something degrees. It's like sticking your hands in the ice tray, refrigerator. All right, starting to shape up. Snowman just for Chase. 80 something degrees, early July, Colorado, Rockhounding USA. It's not just about rocks and fossils, it's about having fun. Hope he stays till next winter. If you've enjoyed this video, please subscribe to our channel. And if you get a few moments, hop on over to our web store where we have great rockhounding t-shirts, sweatshirts with just that right message for the rockhound in all of us. Thanks.